Hey guys, my name is Anthony. I'm with Airspeed. I'm one of our SDRs in our New York office. Today, I wanted to show you guys a little insight into how I use Airspeed on my day-to-day. With Airspeed, I can ask any question that I need, and it will query across our entire sales data to get the answers that I need to make my next call, my next meeting, a more successful one. So right out the box, Airspeed has pre-made agents that you can use that often comes from best practices from our own current customers. And one of my favorites is actually our next call objection predictor. So how many times are you thinking about what went wrong on that last call? You know, a lot of things were said at you. You said a lot to the prospect. And sometimes you can easily forget what even happened. And sometimes there's a lot that you might have missed. But with Airspeed, it's always there listening. It's taking account of every objection and feedback that you're getting. As soon as I load up the agent, it's going to ask me a few questions to better tailor the information to my needs. So today I'm thinking about targeting more sales leaders. So what is Airspeed going to tell me to be more successful on my next call? So I've been with Airspeed less than a year. And that means there was still tons of time and many conversations that my colleagues were having before I even arrived. And trying to review that all manually, digging through call transcripts, watching a full 50-minute demo video, it's just a lot of time out of my own day. So Airspeed just points directly to that information, to that point of time, pulls it for me, and makes it easily digestible. So right here, I can see that an objection might be the AI outputs still need too much manual cleanup. That's something we often hear from a lot of our potential customers who are still running off of legacy tools. So not only does it give me a suggested response in my own tone of voice, but also provides me with a disarming question. That way, instead of me pasting a transcript from a previous call into Claude, discussing it, Airspeed already knows how I behave, how I work, and how I strategize, and it gives me that information right at hand. Nice and easy. So here I have a suggested response. The outputs are most accurate when custom insights are defined upfront. So that's what maps to your specific medpic fields and deal language. The 2000 historical call upload will also train the context. Let's audit one of your recent calls together so you can see the accuracy firsthand. So Airspeed directly ties our value and features exactly to their pain. This is something that would take me a lot of time normally with just a general AI tool like Claude or ChatGPT. And then this is based in real context. So this is not just hallucinating, but this is based off of our actual historical sales conversations. So it provides actual proof points. So maybe if I'm pressed or pushed on that next call, I can actually point to this note where Microsoft's own reps reported positive daily use and time savings. And then when I'm creating notes or a reference sheet for my next meeting, for my next call, I'm probably going to have this disarming question right at the top. Which output are reps editing most? The summary, the follow-up email, or the CRM fields? If we got to 80% accuracy with 0 edits, would that be enough to call it a win for your team? And the beauty about that is that that's actually in my voice. So when I'm speaking on that, it's going to sound like it's actually coming from my own belief, which it is. I myself might not want to take all this information and put it into my sheet. I like to pick exactly what I like and leave out what I don't find necessary. But if you're in a rush, Airspeed makes that easy as well. You can export it as a PDF, or maybe you can just copy this table exactly right here. Nice quick reference cheat sheet, and you'll be all good to go. So this is just one example of how I use Airspeed, especially for objections, which is something that I'm facing all the time as an SDR.